SpaceX had built several rockets to launch to orbit, thanks to Elon Musk. Because there is so much to see and do, there are a lot of missions. It's easy to forget that SpaceX still possesses the most powerful rocket in existence, due to much of the company's news coverage focusing on the revolutionary Starship development and testing. The predicament is made worse by the fact that the rocket, the Falcon Heavy, has been inactive for months. The rest is about to come to an end, as the Falcon Heavy will launch once again, and this will not be the first time the Falcon Heavy has been launched. For the fourth time after almost 3 years, the Falcon Heavy will launch into orbit. But what is the Falcon Heavy? What makes it so unique? What will it deliver to space? And are there any more missions planned? Keep on watching to find out more. So what is the Falcon Heavy? The Falcon Heavy, often known as the Falcon 9 Heavy or F9H for short, is a very powerful partly reusable commercial launch vehicle from SpaceX's Falcon rocket family, which is based on the Falcon 9. To understand how the Falcon Heavy is constructed, we must first comprehend how the Falcon 9 is formed, as the Falcon Heavy is likewise constructed from the Falcon 9. SpaceX's Falcon 9 is a reusable, two-stage rocket developed and built for the safe and dependable transportation of people and payloads into Earth orbit and beyond. The Falcon 9 is the world's first reusable orbital rocket. Reusability allows SpaceX to refly the rocket's most expensive components, lowering the cost of access to space. It is 69.9 meters tall, weighs 549,054 kilograms, and has a takeoff force of 7,607 kilonewtons, capable of launching 22,800 kilograms into orbit around the Earth. It could also transport 8,300 kilograms to Mars, despite the fact that it has yet to launch anything to the Red Planet. In 2011, SpaceX's Falcon 9 1.0 was still powered by Merlin 1C engines, which were originally intended to drive the Falcon Heavy. In the meanwhile, the Falcon 9, which serves as the Falcon Heavy's foundation, has received two important upgrades. The Falcon 9 1.1 grew in size, gained more powerful and effective Merlin 1D engines, and increased its performance by 60%. Due to a more effective fuel mixture and somewhat larger tanks, the Falcon 9 full thrust gained additional 25% in power. However, flying core boosters to a landing location or landing ship and having them land upright has become conceivable. Meanwhile, in April 2016, Elon Musk said on Twitter that tests had revealed that the Merlin 1D rocket engines could generate an extra 15% greater thrust, and that this increased thrust will be implemented in 2016. With these enhancements, the Falcon 9's lift capability in 2017 was double that of the 2011 target core boosters. As powerful as the Falcon Heavy is, it has only been launched 3 times, resulting in 7 total booster landings. The 3 launchers have reused 4 boosters. You would believe that the world's most powerful rocket would be kept busy, but as you will see, the lack of activity is due to no fault of SpaceX. The Falcon Heavy is capable of launching 63,800 kilograms into low Earth orbit, 26,700 kilograms into geostationary orbit, 16,800 kilograms into Mars, and 3,500 kilograms into Pluto. As a result, the Falcon Heavy is the world's most powerful rocket currently, as well as the most powerful commercial rocket ever. The Falcon Heavy is made up of a Falcon 9 with 2 Falcon 9 boosters strapped on as strap-on boosters. 3 Falcon 9 derived cores, each equipped with 9 Merlin 1D engines, power the first stage. The Falcon Heavy's 27 Merlin 1D engines provide a total sea-level thrust of 82 meganewton, 5,130,000 lbf, during takeoff and landing, increasing to 24.68 meganewton, 5,550,000 lbf, as the ship climbs out of the atmosphere. The Falcon Heavy can launch approximately 64 metric tons, 141.000 pounds, into orbit, much outweighing the capacity of the next closest active rocket, the Delta IV Heavy. When fully stacked, the Falcon Heavy is 12.2 meters wide, 70 meters tall or about 23 stories tall, and weighs a whopping 1.5 million kilograms. The upper stage is propelled by a single Merlin 1D engine that has been modified for vacuum operation with a force of 981 kilonewtons, and a nominal burn duration of 397 seconds. SpaceX does not attempt to recover the payload, but it does recover the fairing that houses it. It is 13 meters tall and has a diameter of 5.2 meters, giving it plenty of room for the payload. So, what is it about the Falcon Heavy that makes it so unique? Some of the Starship's characteristics may be traced back to the Falcon Heavy. For example, The Starship is known for its reusability in both stages, which means the upper and lower stages can fly again, considerably lowering launch costs. The Falcon Heavy is also reusable, but only in its first stage. The 3 boosters may land on land or at water, with the latter landing on SpaceX's fleet of drone ships, which will then carry the rockets back to land. Landing at sea is more fuel efficient. The first launch of the Falcon Heavy was on February 6, 2018, a historic test flight that also sent a car, Elon Musk's Tesla Roadster, toward Mars and included 2 confirmed booster landings. This is a test flight. If the test flight works, I think we'd be ready to put satellites on the next mission. Elon Musk said. He added that mission could occur within the next 3 to 6 months. 14 months later, the second mission was held on April 12, 2019. This launch had a lot more depending on it. Not just for SpaceX. Due to the fact that this was the Falcon Heavy's first commercial launch. It was transporting a communications satellite for Arabsat, a Saudi Arabian firm. Customers in the Middle East, Africa, and Europe might potentially receive television, internet, and phone services once the satellite is in place. On June 25, 2019, the third launch took place. Because of its intricacy, SpaceX CEO Elon Musk has dubbed this mission the most challenging launch ever. The Falcon Heavy flew a STP-2 mission for the Air Force, which is designed to verify the vehicle's capability to launch future national security missions. The flight would help establish the Falcon Heavy as a trustworthy rocket for the Pentagon, and it might position SpaceX as the military's go-to launch supplier for the next decade. The Air Force put the Falcon Heavy through its paces by launching 24 satellites into space at once to test its capabilities. The spacecraft, which came from NASA, the Air Force, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, and institutions, were all showcasing some new technology or capacity in orbit, such as a new form of atomic clock and in-space propulsion options. The 24 payloads were launched into 3 separate orbits, requiring the Falcon Heavy to restart its engine up to 4 times in space to reach its ultimate destination. It took 3.5 hours from launch to deployment of the final satellite. Finally, after almost 3 years, the Falcon Heavy will be launched again. Mission USSF-44 is the name of the Falcon Heavy's mission. This is a classified U.S. Space Force operation that will deliver 2 payloads to geostationary orbit. While the central core is depleted, the 2 side boosters will attempt the initial double drone ship landing. Kennedy Space Center will be the launch point for the Falcon Heavy. And are there any more Falcon Heavy missions planned? The answer is yes. Psyche mission is the name of one of the Falcon Heavy's missions. NASA has enlisted the help of SpaceX to launch the Psyche mission to a rare metal asteroid. The Psyche mission will launch from Launch Complex 39A at Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida in July 2022, using one of SpaceX's Falcon Heavy rockets. The Falcon Heavy's task is to launch the spaceship known as Psyche so that it can follow the path to its destination. In the meantime, the side boosters off the Falcon Heavy can return to the surface. In January 2026, Psyche will arrive at its target, an asteroid named also Psyche. After a flyby of Mars in 2023, the spacecraft will enter orbit around the asteroid, which is one of the biggest in the main asteroid belt that runs between Mars and Jupiter. The asteroid is mostly comprised of iron and nickel, and it might represent the remains of a protoplanet's core that tried to develop there before being shattered by high-speed impacts with other planetesimals. Studies of the asteroid Psyche, according to planetary scientists, might help them better comprehend the creation of the solar system. In the coming years, the Falcon Heavy will have a lot to accomplish. Also, for SpaceX and NASA, it is an important rocket. Is the Falcon Heavy something you'd be interested in? If that's the case, we've got some great news for you. You'll possibly be able to watch the Falcon Heavy launching live on your phone so you don't miss anything. Are you looking forward to the Falcon Heavy's next mission? And what are your thoughts about this space rocket? Let us know in the comments.